the sky with your light. A million stories forever you write. A shaken world, we discover new meaning. Losing myself since we stopped breathing. A halo on the chosen. My oh my, how we have fallen.
Hello Libra, this is Inspire 2016 with your monthly tarot reading for the month of October 2016. The first card for you is representing your condition at present. Your card is the Eight of Wands. The situation in your life is getting better. You will be very enthusiastic and determined to succeed in everything. There is progress in your work and you can learn new things quickly. You will be assigned to be responsible for new jobs. It will be good for you if you have to contact foreigners at work. For finance, your financial status is more stable than in the past. You will have enough money to spend as you wish. For love, there is a chance to find love unexpectedly. This card is called a card of falling in love, as you may unexpectedly fall in love. Besides, you will be attractive to the opposite sex. This card contains a high level of energy and movement that propels you forward to reach your goals at a much faster pace than ever before. You can expect to be very busy, but this is one of those good busy periods where you are enthusiastic and energetic about the progress you are making. The Eight of Wands represents a very focused kind of motion and activity. The Eights are all about structure while the Wands are about raw energy. Thus, the structure of the Eight creates a channel through which the raw energy can flow. You are so sure about your goal that all distractions have been removed and you can devote yourself to the task with complete concentration, determination, and will. This experience can be very productive, allowing you to accomplish a lot in short time. With the Eight of Wands, you can look forward to the rapid completion of a project that is currently underway, but you can also expect to be occupied by something new and even more exciting and inspiring very soon. There really is no stopping you right now, as you are just bursting with energy and ideas, and cannot wait to achieve one task in order to start another. To maximize this energy, it is important to ensure that your activities are focused on your broader goals and that you are investing in the right things at the right time. Also, make sure that before you move to the next task, your previous task is complete. This card is a sign to strike while the iron is hot. It is most definitely an action-oriented card that encourages you to move quickly to pursue the best opportunities available right now. There is no waiting around while the Eight of Wands is present, so determine where your energy will be directed and get on with it. Often, the Eight of Wands suggests air travel. It is more likely to be a short-term or whirlwind trip, such as a business trip or holiday. You may even enjoy being part of a tour group that visits 10 countries in as many days. On the downside, the Eight of Wands denotes haste and rapid advancement of a situation which may result in the wrong decisions being made. It will be important to have all your resources available to be used in your best interests. Be mindful not to rush into things without having a clear plan of where you are heading. The second card for you is representing the immediate challenge or problem that you'll be facing. Your card is the Magician. You may have new ideas at work. You will receive some good advices on your work which you should consider and apply them appropriately in order to add value to your work. There will be an opportunity at work. Just be well prepared for presentation to demonstrate your capability to others. You may have to contact foreigners or use foreign language at work. Be careful of dealing with documentation. For finance, no worry, as you will be able to manage your cash flow in spite of many expenses. For love, try to adjust yourself, as your love may not want to adjust towards you. You may get a contact from your ex-lover. If you are single, you may meet with a charming person who may not intend to build any relationship but just play game to fool you around. On the other hand, this card may also represent someone who is typical used car salesman. He uses his charm and his power in a manipulative manner to convince you of his point of view. Always be careful of this type. Make sure you know what you are buying into rather than being swept away by the excitement he generates. The magician often suggests that you may be out of touch with reality and struggling to bring yourself back down to earth. There may be confusion, impatience, and lack of a clear plan. You need to return to the lesson of the Fool and free yourself from the current situation in order to give yourself some perspective and reassess the situation. Ask yourself, where am I focusing my energy? Are my objectives clear? What skills and abilities are needed in this situation? How am I communicating with others? What do I want others to believe or see about me? The magician shows that you have a lot of skills, talents and abilities that are not being utilized at the moment, and you feel as if your true potential is not being maximized. You may be feeling that you have so much more to give, that there are skills or talents that you have gained over the years that you are not using right now. There is something that you know you are very good at, but you have not allowed yourself the opportunity to really nurture and explore this skill. You will already know what these talents are, so ask yourself, why am I not putting these talents to good use? What is getting in the way of drawing upon my skills and abilities and reaching my full potential? What needs to change in order to be the best person I can be? You will need to find opportunities where you can tap into this unused skill and bring it into the conscious mind. You have a particular skill or talent that could help your spiritual journey, but you are not yet using this skill. You may also be keen to pursue new spiritual interests, particularly if your current path is not fully meeting your needs. Be open to change and know that it is okay to build up a portfolio of different spiritual beliefs and skills. The third card for you is representing your goal, aspiration, or best outcome with regards to your situation. Your card is the Sun. There will be progress and success waiting for you in the future. You will gain creative ideas and determination on what you are doing. Besides, being optimistic will make the situation better. For work, you will be able to progress as expected. You will have an opportunity to develop your skills which will be useful to yourself. You will receive a good opportunity from your boss or senior at work. For finance, you may have financial luck, or receive commissions which make you feel motivated. Or you may get a pleasant gift or souvenir. For love, if you are single, do not be hopeless for love even though you will have to keep waiting. The Sun gives you strength and tells you that no matter where you go or what you do, your positive and radiant energy will follow you and will bring you happiness and joy. People are drawn to you because you can always see the bright side and you bring such warmth into other people's lives. This beautiful, warm energy is what will get you through the tough times and will help you succeed. You are also in a position where you can share your highest qualities and achievements with others. Radiate who you are and what you stand for. Shine love on those you care about. You have an innate sense of confidence right now. Life is good, the sun is shining and you are on your way to achieving your goals. The sun represents that feeling of getting up on Saturday morning, with the whole weekend ahead of you, and you open the curtains with the sun shining on your face. Having struggled through the shadow sides, you now know yourself and know where you are heading, and the sun illuminates your path. The sun is a yes to life. It brings with it luck, wellness, positive consciousness, enthusiasm, attainment and success. It is about embracing your destiny and giving it everything you have got. If you have been having a difficult time, the sun brings you the message you have been waiting for, that things are going to get better. A lot better. You know that the rain clouds will soon give way to the rays of the sun and you will feel warmed to the soul once again. The sun is also an energetic card. It reflects a time when you can expect to experience an increase in physical energy, vitality and general positivity. You are bursting with enthusiasm, feeling invigorated and enjoying a wonderful sense of good health. The sun reflects the value of simplicity. No elaborate scheming is required, but instead, plain and simple is the best option. Experience the freedom and liberation associated with living the simple life and doing what you enjoy most. Get back to the simple pleasures such as spending time with loved ones, getting back to nature, or simply reading a book in your garden. Expect a boost in the right direction and trust that work can and will be done, with relative little effort. This is a time when you will feel enlightened. You can finally see the path ahead of you, and through the hardship you have endured, you have attained a new level of insight and understanding. You may have even had a personal or intellectual breakthrough where you have finally unlocked the key to your fundamental being. The fourth card for you is representing issues from the past that have led to your current situation. Your card is the Knight of Wands. In the past, there may have been some changes in your life. There may have been changes about your friend society or working society. Besides, you may have had business trips or vacation trips to expose yourself to new experiences. For finance, you may have enough money to spend but not for luxury items. Thus, you should be careful of your spending. For love, you may meet someone in your working society, or from your business trips, or even from your vacation trips as well. The Knight of Wands is an act first, think later type of guy. He is impatient and impulsive, with a love for action. The downside to the Knight of Wands is that while he is bursting with energy and enthusiasm, he has a tendency to rush into things without much consideration for the consequences of his actions. He sets off on his journey in haste and often fails to have a clear plan of attack, and this may negatively impact his chances of longer-term success. He is so focused on being the best and of fame and glory that he almost forgets to plan ahead and to keep sight of reality. The Knight of Wands can also come across as aggressive and overly ambitious. He is highly insistent even if others stand in his way, criticize him or challenge him. When you encounter the Knight of Wands in a reading, it is important that you start your creative projects with great enthusiasm and energy, but you also temper this with a well-rounded, realistic and balanced view along with a well-considered plan that takes into account any future consequences of your actions. You need to show ambition and move from where you are now to where you know you should be to increase your effectiveness in the world. There is nothing wrong with ambition if it is channeled in the right way. Be a pioneer and take calculated risks. The Knight of Wands may indicate an event that enters your life quickly and unexpectedly. Coupled with the Eight of Wands, you can expect to see a lot of change and action occurring around you, and you will no doubt be swept up by the restless, busy energy whether you like it or not. An important matter is likely to enter your life and demand your attention until it passes. Rather than resisting it, make the time to give it your full attention. Oftentimes, the Knight of Wands can indicate a hasty change of residence, job or other living arrangement. You need to be ready to react quickly and go with the flow, as resistance is useless. The fifth card for you is representing your subconscious realm, the underlying feelings and trends associated with your current situation. Your card is the Ace of Swords. You may have felt pressured and tired with everything in your life. Besides, you may have not been able to ask for assistance from others and felt that you had to bear all heavy burdens alone. Be careful of having medical expenses of your children who may be sick. For work, you may feel pressured. Be careful of getting into conflicts with your subordinates or younger colleagues at work. On the other hand, the Ace of Swords also represents a period of great insight and mental clarity. It signifies a breakthrough or an aha moment where suddenly conscious understanding and mental reasoning reach their peak, and achievement of goals suddenly becomes a lot easier. You have a new understanding of some issue that has been of concern, or, in a broader sense, a new worldview. This is a perfect time to clear away the fog that has kept you from seeing the inner truth, so that you can now cut to the heart of the matter. This is also a good time to act, and if you set your mind to accomplishing your goals, you can achieve anything you desire. The Ace of Swords highlights a new idea, inspiration, original thinking and creative vision. It represents a point at which you have a new way of thinking and the energy to go with it. You are excited to pursue new opportunities that draw upon your creative and mental abilities. The Ace of Swords also encourages you to seek out the truth of the matter and to find justice. You may be championing a cause or standing up for your rights or the rights of others. Thus, sometimes, the Ace of Swords can suggest that you are prepared for battle. You have great clarity on a situation and can now argue your case with the view to come out victorious. You may have a new idea for which you are ready to fight, or you may be all fired up on an issue that you are particularly passionate about, such as human rights, the environment or your personal beliefs. This card invites you to use mental force and to use your intellect and critical reasoning. If faced with a challenging situation, you need to be ready for battle and be prepared to find the strength to overcome these challenges. The sixth card for you is representing your immediate future. Your card is the Ten of Wands. You will gain trust and confidence from your boss or seniors at work. They will recognize your competency and accept your capability at work. It is possible that they will assign new jobs to you and you will have an opportunity to demonstrate your capability to others. A bad point is that you cannot fully manage all jobs assigned to you as you already have heavy workload. For love, there will be a gap in your relationship which is caused by too workload and insufficient time for each other. Overall, you have reached the end of a cycle after a period of struggle. You are finally reaping your rewards after investing a lot of hard work and effort. You have fulfilled a creative venture, realized a dream or accomplished a major goal, and now must deal with the consequences of that fulfillment. However, the Ten of Wands suggests that even with the achievement of your goal, there comes with it great responsibilities and commitments. While you have reached a point of completion, you are becoming starkly aware that you must now carry on with the responsibilities you have laid out for yourself, in order to ensure ongoing success. The trouble is, however, that these responsibilities may become too much to bear and you are struggling to let go. It is a bit like the business owner who creates a flourishing business but who is unprepared to delegate some of her responsibilities to the staff, and ends up working 70-80 hours a week. The inspiration and creativity that was associated with the initial goal or vision rapidly disappears, and everything becomes hard work all too quickly. Thus, it is incredibly important to let go of or delegate some of your responsibilities in order to free you up to still enjoy life. The Ten of Wands serves as a reminder of how much we take on in our lives and all the extra burdens and responsibilities we weigh ourselves down with. We take on so much, trying to do all the things that need to be done. Thus, this card asks you to stop and examine your current lifestyle or work. Assess which activities or tasks are really urgent or really important, particularly in relation to your broader goals. You may need to employ various time management or prioritization methods in order to determine where best to spend your time and which tasks you can drop. Your goal needs to be greater efficiency, whilst also freeing yourself up for rest and relaxation when you need it. This card can also mean that you are being oppressed by outside sources. You are overworked, overtired and overstimulated. You have more on your plate than you can possibly handle, and you have taken on too much at this point in time. In an effort to get to the finish line, you have found yourself overwhelmed with the extra responsibility and activity. You need to stop working so hard. If you cannot stop, then conserve your energy and pace yourself. When you are overcommitted, everything becomes a strain. The seventh card for you is representing the advice for you or what approach can be taken to address your current challenges. Your card is the High Priestess. You will be very confused and frustrated with the uncertainty and unpredictable situation in the future. There may be some problems at work, or you may not receive a proper cooperation. You may feel that you cannot trust anyone much. Thus, you should be more cautious. Some problems may not be solved by logic and reason, so you may rather try to trust your instinct in making a decision. However, you should be patient and keep waiting, as it is not the right time to do anything now. Generally, this card represents wisdom, serenity, knowledge and understanding. She is often described as the guardian of the unconscious. She sits in front of the thin veil of awareness, which is all that separates us from our inner selves. The High Priestess knows the secret of how to access these realms. She represents spiritual enlightenment and inner illumination, divine knowledge and wisdom. She has a deep, intuitive understanding of the universe and uses this knowledge to teach rather than to try to control others. She generally appears in a tarot reading when you need to listen to and trust your inner voice. The High Priestess card represents a link to the subconscious mind, which cannot be accessed through the everyday world but only through dreams and symbols. Pay attention to your dreams and intuition. Look for areas in your life that may be out of balance or that require greater foresight and wisdom. Knowledge of how to fix it will not come through logic or intellect but through your intuition, so put aside a time when you can meditate and listen to your own inner voice. Your intuitive sense right now is providing you with useful and helpful information and is assisting you to become more in touch with your subconscious mind. For a male especially, the High Priestess card indicates that he must learn of his anima or female side, or he will fail to grow. For a woman, the High Priestess suggests that she must learn to trust herself and to be truly feminine, rather than succumbing to the pressures of having to act more like her male counterparts. The High Priestess can also point to the unknown and can indicate that your life is changing. Things that once seemed certain can no longer be taken for granted. Some puzzling mysteries become clearer, but all is not yet revealed at this point. On the plus side, you will find that your intuitive powers are increasing and you may be inspired to be creative. The High Priestess card is therefore a particularly good card for poets and writers. The eighth card for you is representing The external influences that can be the people, energies or events which will affect the outcome of your situation and are beyond your control. Your card is the Eight of Swords. You cannot get any assistance from people around you and they are ready to bully you all the time. You may be scolded or blamed in front of many people, which makes you ashamed and lose your self-confidence. The situation is frustrating for you. Besides, you may have conflicts with your colleagues and may not get coordination at work. You may be taken advantage of or gossiped by people around you. However, you cannot do anything during this time. Just be patient and keep waiting. Do not argue back, as it will have negative impact on you. You might feel trapped by your own thoughts and perspectives. The woman in this card is blindfolded and bound, trapping her into thinking that she has no way out. However, if only she could remove the blindfold and change her thinking, she would see that she does indeed have options. So, the Eight of Swords suggests that you need to look at a difficult situation from a new angle. Draw upon your intellectual self and your emotional self to determine the best path forward, one that avoids any possible victimization or restriction. The Eight of Swords is often a sign that it is best not to make any important decisions at this point because your thinking has been limited and constrained by self-imposed boundaries. You are struggling to see a situation for what it is and have been led to believe certain things that may or may not be true. There are choices available, but first you must be within the right mindset to know which option to choose. This means releasing the bindings and the blindfold to see the situation from a different, less imposing angle. There may also be too many ideas running through your head. Thus it is best to wait until you feel more secure and certain about a situation before making important decisions and taking action. The woman in the Eight of Swords is often seen as powerless. She has surrendered her power to an unknown entity, thus rendering herself completely powerless. She has become the victim and is now waiting to be rescued. If you see part of this woman in yourself, then it is imperative you take back your power and personal accountability and open your eyes to the options that lie in front of you. The fact is that you do have options, even if you do not like those options. This is fine, so long as you accept that you do indeed have options and you do not have to be the victim here. The Eight of Swords portrays a dilemma whereby you are faced with the difficulty of a painful decision and you are at an impasse, uncertain of which way to go. However, what you may not realize is that the decision in the Eight is the result of our own actions. Despite the fact that you have boxed yourself into a corner, there is a way out. The solution is simply to deal with the situation in the most direct yet tactful manner possible, and face your choice with inner strength. It is time to be honest with yourself and others in order to be free of the burden of fear or guilt that is implied with the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords can indicate that your interests will be opposed by other people, and this may create restrictions to what it is you want to achieve. Take back your power and realize that you have options whether others oppose you or not. You do not have to be constrained by their way of thinking or their rules. The ninth card for you is representing your hopes, wishes, dreams and fears. Your card is the King of Pentacles. You have high ambition to be successful and achieve security in life. During this time, you may too much consider things as they actually are. As a result, you may lack sensibility, thoughtfulness, and sympathy. However, be careful of your greed and giving too much importance to material things. For love, if you like someone, you may consider carefully if he or she is suitable to you, or if it is worth taking a chance. This card often indicates the final fulfillment of a creative task, business venture, or investment. Through diligence, responsibility and attention to detail, you have achieved great things and can finally say that you have completed your task or attained your goal. You can now enjoy all that you have accomplished and the successes you have created. You have created a richness of life, not just financially but also spiritually, which will set you up very well for the future. Whenever you need the skills to manage your day-to-day affairs competently and efficiently, you can call upon the King of Pentacles. Work hard, methodically and conscientiously. Give generously of your time and resources, because by giving you often receive more, and making more money is something that all kings of pentacles love to do. This king is business-oriented and highly enterprising. He becomes thoroughly engaged in any activity that provides the ability to generate more wealth or more business. He is able to make any venture successful and can find a business opportunity almost anywhere. He can take an idea and make it work financially. He is a natural-born manager and business person. The King of Pentacles indicates that a methodical, planned and well-thought-out approach will lead you to success. Many consider the King of Pentacles to be dull and unimaginative, but this is a likely consequence of his preference to do things in the most tried and tested way. You have experimented in the past with what works best and have landed on your own methods and practices that you know will continue to work for you in the future. So, you continue down this path rather than trying new ways of doing things. You know that you have reached the height of achievement and you do not need to take any more risks. The King of Pentacles also calls on you to be pragmatic and to stay informed on practical matters. You need to get down to the basics and use your problem-solving ability to get to a solution. You also need to be able to leverage your various skills and resources in order to create success. This king can also play the political game well, interacting comfortably with everyone, no matter what his or her status. The King of Pentacles reminds you to remember that appreciating the sensual, luxurious side to life often makes life more pleasurable. As such, this king is about quality over quantity, and learning to enjoy a full and joyful life. He is not afraid to spend money when appropriate so that he can generate much joy and benefit from life. The last card for you is representing the outcome. Your card is the Page of Cups. Overall, there will be no outstanding changes and situation will remain unchanged for a while. For work, there will be no progress and you have to keep waiting. For love, if you are single, you will have someone coming into your life. He or she may be younger or less matured than you. Also, he or she will be highly sensitive, easily offended and unconfident to express feelings. Thus, you should not be hot-tempered and take time to get to know each other better. If you are married and would like to have a child, you will be fulfilled. For finance, you should have self-discipline to be able to have saving as you often spend money too easily. However, this card also signifies the beginning of a creative project or venture. It is an indication that there is creative energy trying to burst forth into your consciousness. Explore this newfound creativity through art, drama, dance, etc. Your unconscious mind is also trying to speak to you, possibly through your dreams or through synchronistic encounters with significant people. The message to be taken is that you must be open to the unexpected, occasionally bizarre impulses of the creative spirit and not shut out inspiration simply because it does not fit in with a rational point of view. The Page of Cups may also be an indication that your intuition is very sharp and you may receive messages from your unconscious mind. You may be more inclined to act on a hunch or have a psychic experience. This is a good time to trust your intuition and your gut feeling. Often, the Page of Cups heralds a positive message or news from loved ones. You may hear about the birth of a child, an engagement or marriage, a wonderful ideal plan, pregnancy, a new relationship, travel plans, etc. This positive message is unexpected but welcomed, and you are likely to respond to the news or message in an emotional manner. The Page of Cups suggests that you are more likely to show or express your emotions now. You may be more emotional or moved by simple things. Do not be afraid to let your feelings show and to wear your heart on your sleeve. It is okay to be sentimental and romantic. Let your heart lead the way. The Page of Cups is like your inner child, youthful, free, creative, intuitive and inspired. This page has never been taught to suppress his innate emotional and intuitive power, and therefore he is a kindred spirit whose imagination is totally free to dream wonderful dreams and to create his life exactly as he chooses. In this way, the Page of Cups represents renewal of your emotional and creative self to allow that sense of freedom to reappear in your life. This card encourages you to take a fresh perspective on a difficult issue and to approach that situation with benefit of the doubt, love and compassion. The Page of Cups appearance tells you to never stop listening to your intuition and believing in your dreams. If you cease to dream, then your dreams shall never come true because they do not exist anymore. In your darkest moments, dreams can often provide a ray of hope through the Page of Cups can manifest. Dare to dream and all things become possible. Last but not least, the guidance card for you is the Page of Air. You'll likely receive new information that presents a challenge or delays. The message may come from someone who speaks bluntly and without thoughtfulness, but don't take it personally. What's important is the message, not the messenger. There will be a younger person influencing your life who's intelligent, honest, and endlessly curious. A person who's analytical, with a brilliant intellect, who can reveal the truth behind situations. Fair, logical, unemotional, impulsive. Additional meanings of this card: a new challenge, a contract or agreement, constructive criticism, legal matters, gossip.
I hope that you enjoy everything, and if you like the reading, just please click subscribe and you will get instant notifications every time we publish a new video right to your YouTube. Thanks.